Hello, NYC Artist Coalition members. Today we are looking at the CreateNYC poll. The CreateNYC plan will be the city's first cultural plan, and it will shape the culture in the city for the next 10 years. This poll is only open for the next 14 days, so it's really important that we act quickly. We put forward recommendations that the coalition has prioritized, and it's really great to see in this new poll that almost all of the recommendations that we put forward are somehow addressed in this poll. But nothing is set in stone until the plan is final, so it's really important that we lock them in by voting in the poll. We had a May Artist Coalition meeting at the City Reliquary where we prioritized the items in the poll, and so what we're going to do today is go through the poll and show the Artist Coalition's recommendations based on the vote that was held at the May meeting. And we're going to be reading them off to you in the order that the coalition voted to prioritize.
Okay, so we're going to start with the social and economic impact poll. So choose social and economic impact poll first. Choose vote. So let's start with the cabaret law question, number 5. Continue to engage public stakeholders regarding the cabaret licensing law requiring eating and drinking establishments with patron dancing to be licensed. So we can choose 4 things in this poll, and we're going to choose this one, number 5, about the cabaret law. Next, we're going to go to number 3, which is partner with other city agencies to support for-profit arts and cultural organizations, including art galleries, bookstores, theaters, and music venues. Ensure that NYC cultural organizations are a part of the city's economic development strategy. We're going to choose that one also. Then I'm going to go to support wages for cultural workers and artists that allow them to thrive in New York City. And then just one more, support salaries in nonprofit arts and cultural organizations. Advocate for more general operating grants and or the elimination of limits to administrative overhead from the philanthropic field. And that's it for the social and economic impact poll. You can choose 2 if you like that you are against, but we're not doing that as part of the coalition.
We are accentuating the positive.
All information you provide is anonymous.
Okay, in this part of the poll, they're asking about demographic information. The only field that's required is for you to enter your zip code, so enter your zip code now and click submit. Now let's skip to the next part of the poll.
Okay.
Okay, the second poll that we'll do is
Health of the cultural sector. So choose health of the cultural sector. Just like the other poll, we're going to choose 4 that we like. The first one is number 5. Work towards safe and open environments for DIY and alternative art spaces in collaboration with city agencies. The next one is number 6, develop mechanisms to support groups beyond established 501c3 organizations.
As it is, only nonprofits that have existed for more than 2 years have access to support from the Department of Cultural Affairs, but many underground and formal cultural spaces, community spaces, don't have that status.
So now go up to question number 4. Collaborate with partner organizations to increasingly support individual artists through direct grants, including to fiscally sponsored artists. Now go down to number 1. Explore changes to the Department of Cultural Affairs grant programs.
Consider general operating support. Consider multi-year support to groups of all budget sizes.
And now we're done with the health of the cultural sector poll. Continue.
Again, the only required field here is zip code, so enter your zip code and hit submit. Now let's go to the next poll.
The next poll is citywide coordination. So scroll down Citywide coordination poll. Choose vote. Now in this one, you only choose for 2 things. So scroll down to number 3. Help artists and cultural organizations navigate city government rules, regulations, and permitting. And then scroll up to number 1. Partner with city agencies to ensure the needs of the cultural community are considered in all community and economic development planning processes. And now you're done with the citywide coordination poll. Continue. And put in your zip code.
And hit submit. Is there another poll?
There's one more poll, the equity poll. Choose equity poll and vote. Number 1, support artists and cultural organizations with a primary mission of serving historically underrepresented and underserved communities. Encourage and facilitate the employment of people from diverse communities. Support individual artists who are from or work with diverse communities. 4. Now go down to number 2. Support artists and community-based cultural organizations that work with immigrant communities, cultures, and artists. Then go back up to number 1. Encourage and support affirmative and inclusive employment policies. Encourage all DCLA grantees to establish policies and plans for diversity, equity, and inclusion. Measure and evaluate progress regularly. 4. Now go down to number 2. Continue to support free admission, membership, or discounted programming with cultural organizations through the NYC program. Then go down to number 4. Support organizations that promote disability arts and employ, support, and serve New Yorkers with disabilities. Partner with DCLA grantee organizations on professional development and capacity building to increase employment of artists and cultural workers with disabilities at all levels. Now just one more, go up to number 5. Encourage and support increased language access, including ASL, for cultural programming and funding opportunities to reach broader, more inclusive audience. Provide information in multiple languages and formats. Increase languages represented on DCLA and re-grant panels. Support translation-related expenses for DCLA grantees. 4. And now you're done. Choose Continue. Almost there. And put in your zip code.
So the only required field here is your zip code. Fill that out and hit submit. And now you have made a huge difference in the future of culture in New York City for the next 10 years. Share this video on your Facebook, and so that 3 more people can fill it out too. Thank you. Bye-bye.